లేదా
స్పీకర్ సైడ్
డైరెక్ట్ టీవీ చూస్తున్నారు సార్
వచ్చేస్తున్నారు అప్పుడే
వచ్చేస్తున్నారా అరే ఒక అంటే మీకు యాప్ లేని మొబైల్ వాడు ఎవరు రావట్లేదు
open the book, then see maps.
చాట్ పెట్టమంటారా అవసరం చాట్ తీసేస్తాను
I said 1,000 videos are already there in YouTube. Why then what necessary? సార్ చెప్పింది కూడా యాక్చువల్ గా ఏంటంటే మీరు అతను చెప్పలేదు మీరు బ్లాక్ బోర్డ్ మీద క్లాస్
ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ ఇచ్చేవరకు ఇలాగే ఉంటుందా అందరికి
సార్ మీరు లాగిన్ అయ్యారా
అయ్యాను
ఇదేంటి పెట్టారు ట్రైలా
టీచర్ కనిపిస్తుంటారు టీచర్ హంగిని కనిపిస్తేనే they can relate. Eye contact is always teacher to student. Smart busy skill point to point sleep up 30 minutes. So me అందులో ఆయన డైవర్ట్ ది అటెన్షన్
చూడండి మీరు జాయిన్ చేశాను అవుతుందా అయిందా వస్తుంది ఉండండి ఏం ఎర్ర రావట్లేదా ఎర్ర వస్తుందా కనెక్టింగ్ అని వస్తుందా అవుతుంది మీరు ఫోన్ వచ్చింది మధ్యలో మీకు ఉన్న డేటాకి అదే వచ్చే నెట్ అన్న దాని మీదే కదా మేడం మీరు ఇప్పుడు జస్ట్ ఇక్కడ చెప్పండి అదే క్లాస్ వర్కంలో చెప్పేస్తే స్క్రీన్ షేర్ చేసేస్తాను నేను పీపీటీ చెప్పుకుంటూ ఇలా చెప్పేస్తాను కూర్చొని ఇటు వచ్చండి ఇది చెప్తారు
తర్వాత
అది ఒక
ఎక్కడ స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి
నేను అడ్మిట్ చేస్తాను ఫస్ట్ స్క్రీన్ షేర్ ఆపేసాను మ్యూట్ చేశాను మరి మరి చూసుకోవచ్చు
ఇవాళ బాగాలేదురా ఇంట్లో శబ్దాలు ఈ శబ్దాలు శబ్దాలు టీవీ శబ్దాలు
100% వచ్చారే
అడ్మిట్ అయిపోతున్నారు
వీడియోస్ ఆల్ నాన్సెన్స్ వీడియోస్ దే షోయింగ్ దేర్ స్క్రీన్ లిసన్ ఇస్ నాన్సెన్స్
ఎక్కడ తెలుస్తుంది
28 ఇది అవ్వగానే నేను మీటింగ్ లాక్ చేసేస్తాను
సో నేను వచ్చి బ్రెయిన్ రియాక్ట్ అయ్యి అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి ఆఫ్ చేయడానికి కనీసం 3 నిమిషాలు పెట్టి ఈ 3 నిమిషాలనే డిజాస్టర్. This was under my mind that these guys will do it. Because they did really how to look at this. But then it was absolutely fine because we lost everything. They cannot speak, they cannot write, they cannot put any filthy messages or
దానికి అదే తగ్గిపోతుందా ఇందాక 92 వచ్చేవాళ్ళు
ఎవరైనా బయటకు వెళ్ళిపోతే
గబుక్కుని తగ్గిపోతుంది
online chatting
93 మేడం ఇంకొక 5 6 సార్ ఎవరైనా జాయిన్ అవ్వని చెప్పండి సార్ ఎవరు లేరు ఇక్కడ వెయిటింగ్ హాల్లో మీరు కాదు సార్
స్టూడెంట్స్ ని జాయిన్ అవ్వమని చెప్పండి అంటున్నారు
91 దగ్గర అయిపోయింది
market advantage all the problems like it's a person like anytime you read the chat box and see okay because even we have that kind of
ఆ పిల్లలు అక్కడ కనిపిస్తున్నారా మనకి కనెక్టింగ్ లో ఆయన కనెక్ట్ అవుతున్నట్టు
మరి మానిటర్ చేయడం కాకుండా అలా
the answer of whatever queries so we prepared by doing
టైం అయిపోయిందా ఇంకో 2 మినిట్స్ చూసి లాక్ చేసేస్తాను
interactive రాకపోతే
actually that's what I was feeling, you know, very monotonous, like I don't sit and teach, that is a main thing.
no, start and teach.
I
97 వచ్చారు.
changing times.
వాళ్ళిద్దరు తగ్గిపోతే
ఎవడో వస్తారు. మనం ఏం చేయలేము, టైం అవ్వగానే లాక్ చేసేస్తాను నేను అడ్మిట్ కొడుతున్నాను.
ఓకే, అడ్మిన్ కొడుతూ ఉన్న దగ్గర నుంచి వాళ్ళు రావాలి అంతే.
90 వచ్చారు,
ఇంకా 1 minute ఉంది.
తప్పని లాక్ చేసి స్క్రీన్ మీద డైరెక్ట్
99 వచ్చారండి.
100 అయిపోయింది,
అయిపోయింది వచ్చారా?
లాక్ చేసేస్తాను.
అలా వచ్చేసి
I think madam can start.
ఏది అది?
మీరు చెప్పండి, స్టార్ట్ అయిపోయింది.
So good afternoon to everybody. So this is Dr. Sudha Rani, Assistant Professor, Department of Biochemistry. This one. So today's topic is isolation of DNA from blood. So what is the DNA? DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. Is a nucleic acid made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and phosphorus. Once again, is a nucleic acid made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and phosphorus. So DNA is a fundamental molecule that is found in all living things. It carries the genetic information from in the cell. So DNA present in the nucleus of almost of every cell in our body. DNA can be considered the hereditary code of life. Why it is called the hereditary code of life? Because it transfers the characteristics and genetic information from the one generation to next generation. You receive the half of your genes from your mother and from your father. The length of DNA is very huge. So that is about 1 lakh times as long as the cell itself. You have a doubt. So how it is possible to is 1 lakh about the length fit into the nucleus of the cell? So actually DNA has the capacity to rolling itself and fit into the nucleus cell. But the cell volume contains only 10% of the DNA. Now see the DNA extraction. DNA extraction is a routine procedure to isolate and collect the DNA. So for this purpose, we require the combination of physical and chemical methods. So the DNA isolation is a process of purification of DNA from the sample using a combination of physical and chemical methods. The first isolation of DNA was done in 1869 by Friedrich Miescher. So many methods are available for the isolation of DNA, that is mainly depend upon the source of the sample, age of the sample, and size of the sample. So methods are mainly depends upon the source of the sample, age of the sample, and size of the sample. So DNA extraction is the first step for the subsequent molecular or forensic analysis. What is the necessity of the DNA extraction? It is used for the molecular analysis or forensic analysis. DNA from a single cell is not visible to the naked eye, but we can see as a like strands of mucus and translucent cotton when the DNA extracted from the multiple cells. So DNA from a single cell is not visible to the naked eye, but when the DNA is extracted from the multiple cells, the quantity and can easily be seen and looks like a strands of mucus-like and translucent cotton. This is a translucent cotton. See here it is a DNA. DNA can be extracted from almost any intact cellular tissues from living or dead organisms. Now see what are the common sources for the DNA. So that is the common sources of the DNA, that is from the whole blood, from hair, from the sperm, from the bones, from the nails, from the buccal swabs, from the epithelial cells, from the urine, from the bacteria, from the animal tissues or plants. We can also obtain the DNA from the stored samples. That is from the archived tissue samples. Archived means here it is nothing but it is a frozen samples. So that is from the, we can obtain the DNA from frozen blood and tissues aniscent human, animal, or plant samples. So you have a question, why you isolate DNA rapid detection of genetic disorders in patients? So what is the importance of the isolate of the DNA? What happens when you are isolate the DNA? It is used for analyze the forensic evidence, study a gene involved in the cancer, and also used in DNA fingerprinting to identify the individuals. For extraction of the DNA, some substances are used. That is, substances here is nothing but is a chemicals. So isolation of DNA, we require that some substances are chemicals. That is, number one is EDTA, next one is trace, and next one is SDS, and next one is sodium chloride and alcohol. These are the substances is required for the isolation of DNA. Now see the each individual substances, what is the function of the substance? EDTA, ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. This is also known as chelating agent. The main function of the EDTA is it binds with the divalent cations. Here it is a magnesium and calcium act as a divalent cations. This cation's main function is act as a cofactor. These cations are mainly present in the nuclease enzymes. Example of nuclease enzymes are DNase. Now the magnesiums are present in the DNase, act as a cofactor and also responsible for the DNA as action, and that means is increase the DNA as action and also causes for the degrade the DNA. DNA causes the degradation of the DNA. So here it is DNA bind with the magnesium ions and nullify the action of DNase. So the main function of here it is again EDTA bind with the magnesium ions and nullify the action of DNase. The next substance or chemical, trace. When you are add the trace into the solution, it acts as a buffer. Don't forget, trace act as a buffer and raises the pH of the solution. So the main function of the trace is act as a buffer and raises the pH of the solution. Now see the SDS. SDS is the sodium didosyl sulfate, also known as biological detergent. Also known as a biological detergent. The main function of the SDS is disturb the lipid layers. Disturb the lipid layers. These lipid layers are present on the membrane, cell membrane, and also helps to remove the or dissolve the cell membranes and bind with the positive charges of the chromosomal proteins. Here is the chromosomal proteins are histones. That means histones shows the positive charge mainly present on the DNA, and this leads to the release the DNA into the solution. So that means when you are add the SDS solution into the sample, so which disturb the lipid layers and also bind with the positive charges of the chromosomal proteins and cause the release of DNA into the solution. Now see the sodium chloride. Sodium chloride provides the sodium ions. The main function of the sodium ions will block the negative charges from the phosphates on the DNA. So actually phosphates present on the DNA act as a backbone and enables the DNA to come closer together and coalesce. Now see the alcohol. When you are adding the alcohol to the sample, DNA will be precipitated by adding cold alcohol to the cell extract. DNA will come out the suspension and may be seen and collected on glass rod. This is the glass rod. See here it is a DNA. Now see the introduction for the DNA extraction. Extraction of the DNA from blood is very easy in the laboratory nowadays. The sample of blood is treated with the detergents. Already I told you here it is a detergent is a SDS. The function of detergent is to break open the cell membrane and spilling the contents. Now add the enzyme, that is nothing but a DNA is enzyme. Now use it to break down all the proteins, RNA, sugars and fats into the solution. That means when you are adding the enzymes, the main function of this one to break down all the proteins, RNA, sugars and fats in the solution. Now add the ethanol. that is nothing but is the alcohol, is oftenly used in final stage of DNA extraction, as under the right condition as DNA will be dissolved into it. Now see what is the DNA. DNA also known as deoxyribonucleic acid. It is found in all the living things, and also the main function is carries the genetic information in the cells, and also shows the specific function, contain the instructions for our body cells to perform their specific functions. It contains the sequence of nucleotides, the importance of the nucleotides to determine the individual hereditary characteristics. And also DNA contains the gene. This is the fundamental unit of the DNA. Now see the basic steps of DNA isolation. There are 3 basic steps are available. That is, one is cell lysis. Second one is protein precipitation. Third one is DNA purification. In the cell lysis, first step, see what happens. So break open the cells and remove the membrane lipids. Protein precipitation, second one. Remove the cellular and histone proteins bound to the DNA by adding protease. That means when you are adding the protease enzyme, this leads to the remove the cellular and histone proteins that is bounded to the proteins. Now you have to precipitate the solution by adding sodium or ammonium acetate. Now see the DNA purification. How to purify? By using precipitate DNA in cold ethanol. For this purpose, you should use the cold ethanol or isopropanol. So in this cold ethanol or isopropanol, DNA is insoluble and clicks together. This step is also removes the salts. Now see what are the materials, chemicals and equipments are required for the isolation of DNA. Now see the materials, gloves. Second one is biohazard bags and containers. Third one is sample, blood sample, that is a blood sample present in this. And 15 ml of centrifugal tube. This is a 15 ml of centrifuge tube. And Eppendorf tube, this is a Eppendorf tube. And EDTA tubes, this is also known as EDTA tubes. And Pasteur pipette, this is a Pasteur pipette. That should be a glass rod. Now the chemicals. Reagent A, reagent B, TE buffer. TE buffer means tris EDTA buffer. Sodium perchlorate, ice cold chloroform, ice cold ethanol. These are the chemicals required for the isolation of DNA. Now see what are the equipments is required for the isolation of DNA. Number one is centrifuge. This is the centrifuge. Next one is vortex. This is the vortex. And next one is water bath. And next one is rotating mixer. This is a rotating mixer. Now see the method. Now see the cell lysis. The first step is RBC lysis. For this purpose, you should take the 3 ml of whole blood sample in the EDTA tube. This is the EDTA tube. So prepare the 3 ml of whole blood sample in EDTA tube. What is the necessity of the EDTA tube? EDTA tube, because it's contain heparin, which prevents the coagulation of the sample. That means coagulation of the blood. Now the transfer the blood into the 15 ml tube. This is the 15 ml tube. Now add the 12 ml of reagent A in the tube. Now mix thoroughly on rolling for 4 minutes at room temperature. This is the rolling. Mix thoroughly on rolling for 4 minutes at room temperature. Now the centrifuge at 3000 RPM for 5 minutes at room temperature. There is a centrifuge. See here it is. So centrifuge at 3000 RPM for 5 minutes at room temperature. Now discard the supernatant gently. See here it is. After the centrifuge, you can see like this one. This is the supernatant. This is the lysis, or called as a pellet. So remove the supernatant and now add the 1 ml of reagent B on the cell pellet. This is the pellet. Vortex briefly. For resuspended the cell pellet and add 250 microliters of 5 molar sodium perchlorate. So mix by inverting tube several times. Inverting means is like this. So mix by inverting tube several times. Place the tube in water bath for 15 to 20 minutes at 65 degrees Celsius. 15 to 20 minutes at 65 degrees Celsius. Now remove the tube from the water bath and cool to room temperature. There is a WBC lysis. See, here it is. Third step is protein precipitation. Now add the 2 ml of ice-cold chloroform. Mix on rolling or rotating mixer for 30 to 60 minutes. Centrifuge at 2500 RPM for 5 minutes. Transfer the upper phase into the clean 15 ml tube using a sterile pipette. There is a transfer the upper phase into a clean 15 ml tube using a sterile pipette. Here it is a sterile pipette is nothing but is a glassware pipette is required. Now see the DNA precipitation. Fourth one is add to 2 to 3 ml of ice cold ethanol gently on the tube wall and invert gently to allow the DNA to precipitate. Invert the gently. Again, centrifuge at 2500 RPM for 3 minutes and discard the supernatant gently. Discard the supernatant gently. Allow it air dry. The DNA pellet, there is the pellet, by invert the tube on absorption tissue for 10 to 20 minutes. Now the DNA hydration. Up to here it says DNA is available in the pellet form. There is a pellet, like is pellet. So DNA is available in the form of pellet. So we require the DNA in is a rehydration. So it is rehydration is required. For this purpose, resuspend the pellet in 100 to 300 microliters of the TE buffer, that is tris EDTA buffer. Rehydrate the DNA by incubating at 65 degrees Celsius for 1 hour. After 1 hour, you have to remove from the freezer and leave it to overnight at room temperature. So after overnight, you have to centrifuge the DNA sample briefly by short spin. Transfer the DNA sample to 1.5 ml Eppendorf tube. This is the Eppendorf tube. The transfer the DNA sample into the Eppendorf tube, that is 1.5 ml. Now storage. After the isolation, storage, proper storage is required. So original stock of each sample of DNA will be labeled and stored at minus 80 degrees Celsius. We have to label and store it at minus 80 degrees Celsius. From each sample, that is, take the 100 microliters of working DNA and separate it into the different samples, like is Eppendorf tubes, will be labeled and stored at 4 degrees Celsius or minus 20 degrees Celsius. See, here it is a DNA and Eppendorf containing the DNA at the bottom. This is a DNA. This is a Eppendorf. Called this is a Eppendorf. You can see the DNA here. It is at the bottom of the Eppendorf, and also this is a DNA that is present in the pipette. See, here it is. This one is the DNA. After the isolation of DNA, how you measure the purity of the DNA concentration? DNA concentration can be accurately measured by using UV absorbency spectrometry. So by using UV absorbency spectrometry. The principle of the UV absorbency spectrometry, the amount of UV radiation absorbed by solution of DNA is directly proportional to the amount of DNA sample. The amount of UV radiation absorbed by the solution of DNA is directly proportional to the amount of DNA sample. Usually absorbance is measured at 260 nanometers. at 260 nanometers is required for the absorbance of the DNA. At this wavelength, an absorbency is, the normal value is 1.0 to 50 micrograms of double stranded DNA per ml. 1.0 to 50 micrograms of double stranded DNA per ml. With a pure sample of DNA, the ratio of the absorbance is at 260 nanometers and 280 nanometers is required. So the normal value of the ratio of the DNA is 1:8. If the 1:8, if the 1:8 less than 1:8, it indicates the sample preparation is contaminated either with the protein or with the phenol. So if the less than 1:8 indicates the preparation is contaminated either with protein or with phenol. See, here it is the procedure for this one. Once again, time kuda in there. Okay. Now see the rapid extraction of DNA from human whole blood. See, here it is. Once again, reagents are required. Cell lysis buffer. This is a briefly nucleic cycle buffer, sodium chloride solution, chloroform, cold absolute ethanol, tris EDTA buffer. That should be pH is 7.4. See, here it is the procedure. About 500 microliters of sample from the collected blood is transferred into the 1.5 ml microcentrifuge tube. So the 500 microliters of blood is required and transferred into the microcentrifuge tube. Now add the 1 ml of cell lysis buffer and mix gently and centrifuge at 6000 RPM for 2 minutes. So add 1 ml of cell lysis buffer and mix gently and centrifuge at 6000 RPM for 2 minutes. Here it is a titration act as a detergent and breaks the cell membrane. Titration act as a detergent and breaks the cell membrane. And next step is discard the supernatant and repeat the above steps for 3 times. This is the supernatant. Remove this one and discard, and again that is a repeat the steps above step for 3 times. The sediment contain the DNA in the nucleus. Here it is the sediment. This sediment contain the DNA. Don't forget this sediment contain the DNA. Now add the 300 microliters of nucleic lysis buffer and incubate at room temperature for 2 minutes. Here it is the SDS we are using is SDS, that is sodium didosyl sulfate. This sodium didosyl sulfate causes the lysis of nuclear membrane and releasing the DNA with it. So the SDS causes lysis, sodium didosyl sulfate causes the lysis of nuclear membrane, releasing the DNA with it. Now add the 100 microliters of saturated sodium chloride and 600 microliters of chloroform and mix gently and centrifuge at 6000 RPM. How much RPM is required? 6000 RPM for 2 minutes. Sodium chloride stabilizes the DNA and helps in its precipitation. The main function of the sodium chloride here it is stabilizes the DNA and helps in its precipitation. Now the chloroform denatures the proteins and keeps the DNA in aqueous phase. Chloroform helps to denature the proteins and keeps the DNA in aqueous phase. Now the transfer the 300 to 500 microliters of supernatant to a new 1.5 ml microcentrifuge tube. There is a microcentrifuge tube. Transfer the 300 to 500 microliters of supernatant. There is a supernatant. Transferred into new 1.5 ml microcentrifuge tube. Add 600 microliters of cold isopropanol and centrifuge at 13,000 RPM. RPM means is rotation per minute, per 1 minute. Isopropanol precipitation the DNA. Don't forget, isopropanol precipitate the DNA. Now discard the supernet and dry the tube in room temperature, and then add the 15 to 100 microliters of TE buffer. Once again, TE buffer means tris EDTA buffer or nuclease free water. Now the briefly centrifuge for mixing and store at minus 20 degrees Celsius. Mixing and store at minus 20 degrees Celsius. Now see the assessment of DNA quality. So how you assess the DNA quality? So by using gel electrophoresis. By using electrophoresis. Here it is a gel electrophoresis, that is agarose gel electrophoresis is required for the assessment of DNA quality. Actually, agarose gel electrophoresis is used where the negatively charged phosphates of DNA move towards the anode. So because of DNA is a negative charge and moves towards the anode, and the distance traveled by a DNA fragment is inversely proportional to the log of its molecular weight. And in SDS phase, we are using ethidium bromide. This ethidium bromide is used for visualization of DNA under UV light. Under UV light. The main function of the here it is ethidium bromide is used for visualization of DNA under UV light. The size of DNA molecule can be determined by running a standard DNA marker, a DNA standard of known molecular weight and size of the same gel. Size of the same gel. Now the assessment of DNA quality by using spectrophotic method. Measurements of the absorbance of the sample at 260 and 280 nanometers. Ratio of is DNA, if the greater than 1.8, value of 1.0 absorbency at 260 nanometers, equal concentration of 50 micrograms per ml of double standard DNA and 33 micrograms per ml of single standard DNA. So the normal value of double standard DNA is between 1.0 to 50 micrograms per ml, and the single standard DNA 33 micrograms per ml. This is briefly about the isolation of DNA. Stop checha. Close. Okay, now close in the. No trial lo unnadi ikkada. Trial అని వస్తుంది. ఒకసారి నాకు ఆ వీడియో షేర్ చేయరా వాట్సాప్ వస్తా మీ నెంబర్ చెప్పండి నేను పంపిస్తాను వాట్సాప్ ఏదో మనం చెప్తాం కదా యూ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ డౌట్స్
అయిపోయింది ఏం చేయాలి మాకు
ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ కనెక్ట్
మేడం పక్క వచ్చారులేండి
ఒకసారి నేనేమైనా చెప్పాలనుకుంటే if you have any doubts please send me the mail so my mail is s.rani46@yahoo.com if you have any doubts please send me the mail thank you to all